and gentlemen, welcome to PCW Capital Punishment 2007. I'm Rob Bowen.
Wow, we're starting it out quick. Welcome to Capital Punishment. Robert Evans isn't wasting any time.
Attorney at law Paul Lewis right beside me, and Robert Evans, he was supposed to face Colin Ray, but we're going to have a whole different kind of match here. Flying forward by Evans, and Capital Punishment is on and rocking.
And look at Robert Evans using Luke Bronson's own chain to choke him down. Has this match even officially started yet?
No, it hasn't. 1 week ago, Luke Bronson said Colin Ray wouldn't wrestle here, and he said, why not? Because Robert Evans is not nearly as worthy a wrestler as the television champion Bronson. Robert Evans took exception. We ended the night, or close to the end of the night, with a huge brawl between these two, and this one is officially underway.
Officially under the way. Irish whip, reversal by Luke Bronson. Robert Evans putting on the break, and there goes Luke Bronson. Nope, not over the top rope. A little bit too big for Robert Evans. Robert Evans coming off, big boot that sends him sprawling to the floor.
Right in the saddle. Oh my goodness. Robert Evans, suicide dive, and they hit the floor hard.
We are starting things off hot and heavy here for Capital Punishment 2007.
There's an electric chair posted near the entrance, but the way these two are going, somebody may end up strapped in it for all we know.
Unreal. I predict big things. Here's Paul Lewis's big prediction for Capital Punishment. Big things are going to happen tonight, Rob Moore.
Well, you really went out on a limb on that one, Paul. Robert Evans on the top rope. Flying shoulder tackle. On top of the cover. 1, 2, and just barely a 2 count there for the essence of excellence.
And it's so weird to hear the fans behind Robert Evans for so long. Robert Evans, outspoken Canadian, downgrading America, but look at him right now. The fans are solidly behind him against Luke Bronson.
Bronson shoving him off, kick to the midsection now, and the PCW World Television Champion tossing Evans into the corner, but he gets out of the way. Went for those Mongolian chops, but now it is Evans going in there with a hard overhand chop of his own.
Wow, a Canadian chop.
Oh my goodness, making Canadian bacon out of Luke Bronson's chest. Oh my.
Now make that 3 right there. Robert Evans is still in that dome with Luke Bronson. He knows the only way to get after Luke Bronson, as big and as mean and as rough and tough as he is, to stay out of hot. That spear will take you down every time.
Well, he practically gored Evans right there like some of the longhorn steer that Luke Bronson has taken down in the rodeo arena. And now he's telling Evans to get up.
Oh, shades of Colossus right there, who we will be seeing later tonight.
Well, trying to get the Trouble in Paradise on, but Evans backs him up, had that move well scouted. He's had a week to do so, and now firing in left and right elbows on Bronson, and now going for an Irish whip.
Sends Luke Bronson right into that corner, comes in.
Oh my goodness, nowhere to go for Bronson on that one.
Just almost caved his chest in with that. Not a lot of weight behind Robert Evans, but he's good. Up and over.
And look at that, a shoulder into the midsection from Evans, but a drop kick by Bronson, and Evans hits the floor.
That was all back first to the floor at the PCW arena. That's going to take a lot out of Robert Evans.
And we're seeing a different, more serious Robert Evans tonight, because he normally comes out here, he dances, he skips, he twirls around. We saw none of that tonight. He went right for the jugular even before the bell rang, and here goes Bronson against him.
Well, like I said, I'm not sure if I absolutely agree with Robert Evans' attitude change of late, but you know what? He had to go after Luke Bronson fist and fury right at the beginning to get any kind of advantage over our TV champion.
And almost bending Evans over backwards, almost breaking him in 2 on that unforgiving steel railing.
And that's true. And look at Luke Bronson right into the edge of the ring right there. There is no padding. That is all steel and metal covered by a canvas.
That's right, and some sharp edges in there as well where that canvas barely covers it. And now Bronson setting him up for those Mongolian chops.
Well, he finally went to deliver those Mongolian chops earlier in the match, and he connected right then and there.
Evans trying to fight his way out, but the big forearm there from the big cowboy from Paradise, Texas. More great action tonight. The World Heavyweight title will be on the line. Nubby Bryant defends against Wally Darkman. 1, 2, and only a 2 count there for the television champion.
We have got so much action tonight. We've got the giant gladiator Colossus taking on Mace Malone, and it's my understanding it's a street fight. Anything goes during that match.
Anything and everything is going to be possible and is usable in that match, and let's see what Bronson's going to do. He's up on that second rope, taking the measure of his man, and went for a big leg drop and connected, and that's going to be all for Evans. 2, and no, only 2.
I'll give Robert Evans credit. He is tougher than he looks. He is long, lanky. former cruiserweight champion, former tag team champion. You don't win gold here in PCW unless you're a very capable wrestler, and Robert Evans, I will give him that.
Absolutely. The first of 3 title matches we'll see here tonight. Also, the cruiserweight belt on the line. Brett Idol will defend against Brandon Collins with some very unusual stipulations that pretty much handicap Collins.
The only way Brandon Collins can win is by pinfall.
Look at this. 1, 2, only 2.
But Brett Idol can win any way he chooses, via submission or pinfall.
And as I understand it, Idol will not be disqualified or counted out either. That, of course, by ruling of the Bussies, and more specifically, Thomas Bussey.
Absolutely. Thomas Bussey, attitude had changed of late. Him and Chris are now on the same page, and that's just spells trouble for PCW Full Throttle, but it also spells greatness for me.
And now Robert Evans, double leg takedown, and now, oh, look at that, jumps between the goalposts and drops an elbow. 1, 2, and...
Well, not even a 2 count, I think, Rob Moore.
And let's see what Evans is doing. He's got a rear chin lock now on Luke Bronson. Doesn't have a whole lot of leverage on it, though, and Bronson, the taller of the two by about 3 inches, delivers a devastating back suplex.
Wow, almost folded in half like an accordion.
And I'd say Robert Evans is folded in half right now. A lot of trouble for the Canadian. 1, 2, and Evans managing to shoot that leg out and break up that.
Yeah, just squeaked that shoulder out at the very last possible moment. But Robert Evans, like I said, very capable wrestler and stuff, but look at the size, the meanness, the nastiness of our television champion, Luke Bronson from Paradise, Texas. I just don't give Robert much of a chance during this match.
That's got to be a real advantage for Bronson because he's a take no quarter, give no quarter kind of guy, and I think he just wakes up in the morning mean, to be honest.
He goes to bed with a bad attitude and wakes up with a worse attitude. He is mean, is down to the bone. And he doesn't matter who his opponent is. You can put him in the ring with the meanest wrestler in the world, and he'll just buck up and be that much more meaner.
And now Evans trying to fight his way up from his knees, but Bronson keeping him down. But now Evans back to a vertical base, firing in a right hand, and now going for an Irish whip on the big cowboy. And Evans, big spin kick on Bronson.
Big spin kick lands right on top of Luke Bronson, but that shoulder's not down, quite down. Robert Evans a little bit out of position right there for the pinfall.
And now Evans going to work on Luke Bronson once again, but Bronson fires in a knee to the lanky frame of Evans.
And that just sends him straight up in the air and straight down to the canvas.
Well, it really is amazing. The fans seem to have really taken to Robert Evans these last couple of weeks, especially with the goings-on he's had with Bronson.
Wow!
Look at that, almost a spinning Michinoku driver, and that may be all for Evans. 1, 2, and no, only 2.
Wow, Robert Evans is showing how tough he is tonight. Luke Bronson's pulled out almost all the stops, hitting him with a leg drop off the second rope, the Mongolian chops, that spinning Michinoku driver. The only thing we haven't seen is the Trouble in Paradise and the back choke slam.
Well, indeed, he tried to get the Trouble in Paradise inched in earlier, but now he's got it. He's got that full Nelson. He's swinging him around, and this is part 1 of it. Part 2 going for the slam, but Evans gets out of it, and now Evans, that foot caught at a spinning enziguri on Bronson.
Spinning enziguri, and the fans reacting good to Robert Evans. I still don't get it, Rob Moore.
Well, I'm not sure I do either. Robert Evans never very high on the popularity list here at PCW, but apparently these fans like what they're seeing in this match between Evans and Bronson for Luke Bronson's PCW World Heavyweight title belt.